Yo, what is going on everyone? Guiding Light here back with another Destiny 2 video, and in this one I'm going to explain to you guys the fastest way that you can get to level 2000 plus here in the Final Shape. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and finish up the Final Shape campaign. Upon completing the campaign, you're going to receive a pack of level 165 weapons and armor, so you're going to start out about 165 no matter what. Now after that, you're going to obviously want to get your artifact, but after completing the campaign, you're going to come back to the Pale Heart, clear out your postmaster, and speak to the ghost. He's going to give you some missions which will allow you guys to get a few fragments and aspects like your grenades and things like that for your super. Now when completing those missions, you should begin to level up a bit more. Also be sure to claim any engrams he may have stacked up and scrap them down, and I'll explain why later. Now any engrams that you get throughout the campaign and any extra weapons, you're going to want to scrap down every single one of them. Now the reason why is because you actually are going to receive Gunsmith XP for this, although it won't be much at first, it will add up over time, and I'll explain later why this will actually help you guys to get a higher light level. Now after completing the campaign, you're going to speak to that ghost. He's going to give you a few extra quests, things like that, and you're going to clear out your post. Now, after that, you're going to want to come down here into the annex, and you're going to be able to speak to Micah 10. Now, she's going to give you a bunch of different quests, but you're going to want to most importantly get started on Alone in the Dark. Now, every single time you complete one of her quests, she should drop gear that's higher level for you, at least up to about level 1990 or so. Now, those Alone in the Dark quests, they're going to grant you gear that's higher than what you have after completing them. There's also going to be some bosses in there, which will have a chance at dropping prime engrams, which are great at helping you to level up. Now, after completing about 6 of those Alone in the Dark missions, there aren't going to be any more left to complete, and it's not going to give you any more gear anymore for completing those missions. Instead, it's just going to give you materials. So at this point, what you'll want to do is start to hunt down powerful and prime engrams. Now, one of the best ways to actually get a few powerful and prime engrams right off the bat is to go ahead and visit all of the different vendors around the tower. Now, so long as you've been doing a few missions here and there, every time that you level up a vendor, whether it's even the Ghost Shell and the Pale Heart, the vendor at Zur, the Cryptarch, Vanguard, even the Crucible vendor, each and every one of them, they will grant you a powerful engram every time you rank up their store. So what you'll want to do is turn in as many engrams as you can at this point, and also check for any gear in your season pass, as the gear that comes out of the season pass will drop higher as well. So as you can see here, I'm going to level up my Cryptarch. I'm going to get higher level gear out of the stuff that I turned in already. And then I'm going to receive his prime engram from his inventory, and this is going to get me even higher as well. Now you can use this method at every vendor in the game, which will equal about like 8 to 10 pieces of gear every time you do it. Now it won't happen all at the same time, but this is why you want to be scrapping down as many pieces as you can, because you can even do it at the gunsmith as well. So every time you get a rank up pack at the gunsmith or any vendor, be sure to claim that as soon as you get it. Now also be sure not to stack up any prime engrams. Anytime you get a prime engram, you will want to turn that in immediately. Stacking up prime engrams can prevent you guys from getting higher level gear, so anytime you get a prime, be sure to turn that in. Now, after you guys have done all of the Alone in the Dark missions and she's not giving you any more gear anymore, what you'll want to do then is start to get the rank up packages from either Vanguard or Crucible, and I'll show you guys the best and easiest way to get this done. Now, just completing Vanguard and Crucible matches will help you guys to level up. If we check the director here, you want to look out for these yellow markings. If you hover over the objectives, you'll see different types of rewards, pinnacles and powerfuls. Now save all of the pinnacles you can. You don't want to do those right away. Instead, do any activities that say they have powerfuls on them. Now, as you can see, I'm like level 1995, and there's still even a few powerfuls for me to complete. So I did not end up completing every single one, but I probably would say I did about 90% of the powerfuls. Now, another more important thing to take a look at is these pathfinders. Now there's this 2 separate Pathfinder paths. There's a Pathfinder path that will only track in Gambit, Vanguard, and Crucible, and then there's a second path that will only track while doing activities on the Pale Heart. Now both of these paths will grant you guys a prime engram after completing it, or a powerful engram after completing the entire path, and you can do this on both paths for a total of 4 powerful engrams. So when you guys go into Crucible, when you guys go into Gambit and Vanguard, just make sure you do a couple of those challenges, knock those out at the same exact time. That way you can double down on all of the engrams. Now at this point, if you do all of those steps, you'll be around in 1985 to 1990, just depending on how much you level up your artifact. Now at this point, you're going to want to start doing exotic quests, like the one for the Heavy, the Ergosum, and the Sniper if you haven't done those already. There's also other quests for Kabastov, which you can knock out, and this will get you anywhere between 1995 or 2000 before even doing the raid. Now, if that's not enough for you, you can actually start doing some pinnacles. Once you hit level 2000, you're going to want to start knocking out pinnacles. There's already pinnacles which you can acquire from Last Wish, certain dungeons, and even these legend activities. This will boost you above level 2000. And then after that, it will be up to you with the artifact as well. Now, this will all be before even running the brand new raid that comes out in the final shape. So if you do it all correctly, I do have a feeling you could probably get up to around 2010 or so. So hopefully this does help you guys out to power level up, and I'll help you guys out in the next one. Peace.